I'm imagining this is not it's not all that bad. How are you imagining it?
Can I
Sure, go ahead.
Sure. One, I understand the relationship, having a relationship, because y'all know how me and my person and I are.
Which person? Be the person.
Right. But if he were to do that in a public setting, I would feel slightly embarrassed because
Interesting.
Not everybody will be able to appreciate the dynamics of our relationship and our communication to each other. And for something that would be such a milestone, life-altering event, I would want it to be dealt with the delicacy that it deserves, right? I mean, we can make the fun and joke them at the wedding, at the reception, and, deal with each other how we normally would after we said I do, so now everybody can see. And because at this point now, you're creating a situation where family members and some friends may be like, if I someone talk to you now, what's gonna happen in the marriage? Then they're gonna start raising certain concerns. Oh, if that's how he talks to you, then he might beat you, he might do this, he's talking to you too controlling, and cause unnecessary tension and negativity in the atmosphere towards the relationship. So I think that while each couple have their own dynamics and it might be fun and jokes, both persons need to also understand that not everyone will be able to appreciate those dynamics and can cause problems for you or make it uncomfortable. And it's not necessary. Some people might say, oh, you shouldn't care about what they're going to say or whatever. It's not a matter of caring what they're going to say. It's a matter of not causing unnecessary issues. Like, it's not necessary. So if you're going to propose, I'm not saying you have to go down on one knee. Just deal with it delicately. Deal with it, with that kind of reverence, so to speak, that it deserves.
All right, before you two should chime in, let me have some.
He's drinking water.
Right. So when I say that I'm not looking at this in that light, is that more than likely, by the time I'm ready to propose, my partner's family and my family would have gel and know each other by that time, right? This is all my thing. I will hopefully settle out if the Lord tarries. Yeah. So we're gonna know each other, and how I would do it, it wouldn't be a case where I just slam the box on the table and just all of that, right? But I would do something really unconventional, to where it's like nobody will even expect it. The parents will know. Nobody's not expect it. So I'm imagining being around a table. And I orchestrate somebody to ask, so I'll get married to her. I'm going to lean back, take out the ring. I say, all right. All that. And at that point, it's shock and excitement and surprising. So, yeah. I don't love too much fairy tale. You have to come to me. I'm going to say, babes, good morning. You want to get married? All right, no problem. Later. Come today.
Unless you were the guy.
I can't.
But then
the fairy tale team. I don't subscribe to the fairy tale. But when you know about another, the whole, if you propose to me at the Eiffel Tower, and you have to be on the ship.
No, it's not that serious.
It's not that serious, Jucal.
It's not that serious.
And there's a whole thing. Oh, I'm so fired up. Getting proposed in a church, don't come to me with that.
No.
Don't you come to me with that.
No, that's not it.
Because that's another story that I'm irked. No.
So this situation is actually real.
All your situations have been real. Your disclaimer is false.
I saw this video on TikTok. It was a very well-known individual that proposed to his girlfriend, and that's what he did. He just slammed it on the table and was like, "Well, that's
Jamaica."
Yes, and so it's a thing on TikTok where everybody, people are like, that's disrespectful, and women are commenting and saying, no, I'm not going on one knee, and so on and so forth. For me, I'm not one for the excitement and the, all these wonderful things. However, this is something that I will remember for the rest of my life. This is something that I will tell people talk about how it happened, and even tell my children and pass it down. I'm like, oh my God, this is how your father proposed, and so on. I don't want to tell my kids. No, and just slam it down on the table and say, well, that is not cute. I'm
No.
sorry. I should have a nice story to tell.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about
Fair.
it.
That's cute. That's really cute.
Yeah.
And that's why we're not together.
I think
Yeah,
I think regardless, so even if, as you said, Jucal, you know, family, they know each other, friends,
Yeah.
they know each other, and everybody, let's say the persons that are there understand the dynamics of the relationship and they find, you know, your relationship hilarious and whatever. I still think that there are just certain things in life that should be dealt with a particular way, regardless. And proposing to your significant other is one of those things. I'm not saying it has to be fairy tale, rose petals on the ground, big light up sign like what everybody do nowadays. You don't have to go on one knee or whatever, but deal with it in a way that, as Latifa said, it's palatable. It can be translated to the children. I don't want to tell my daughter, oh yeah, your father just slammed down the ring on the table, and then she allows another guy to just treat her that way without having that kind of relationship. Just because he does the same thing your father did, don't mean say he's coming from the same place,
or that it's acceptable.
or you know, with his intention. So
I always say that a relationship is not for just you and your person. It is for your children to the children's children, all of these.
all the
It is
generations.
It is a what do you call it? No, it's not just for a one man. You have to think about the future. You have to think about you know, look past you and see where this is going to go. See the impact that this is going to leave. Every single thing that happens in it is going to impact somebody at some point.
What I can say
The
though,
question is, what you would I do?
That is true.
Oh, that is the question.
Good job, sis. Good job.
Thank
good
you.
job.
Thank you. Let's bring it back around. Let's bring it back around.
You want to say what you want to do?
Right. So let me clarify. This is not how I would propose. See, first of all, when I propose in a crowd, nobody knows when I propose.
Right.
Other than the parents of the bride and my parents.
Yeah.
When there's like a series my finger, I say, oh wait, what? Yeah. Public proposals to me are
Yes, too much.
Too much.
I mean, okay, so there's one public proposal that I was at before, and it was extremely amazing. Uncle Damien, remember Nathaniel? Were you there? You weren't there? Let me spell it out. So what I'm going to say before I spell it out, I won't be proposing like this, right? But what I'm saying is that I have no problems with an unconventional type of proposal. So even though I will treat it delicately and I will, you know, make sure the story is nice, but I'm going to be distasteful and, you know, slam it down and they're not cute. But I just have another way of proposing, just not like how this virgin. I should have said no to the brother.
I would say,
Anyway,
I would definitely say.
I'd say first of all, put it back in your hand and say, all right, stop for
Try again.
let's do that one more time. But yeah, I went to a proposal where the guy's a mime. So he was doing a mime piece, he was miming a poem. But it was a part of this whole setup at church for Friday night where the lights were dim, it was a circle, he was in the middle of the circle, and he's miming. So nobody now pre the poem or the song of mime too. And at one point in the mime, he just goes over to the girl. First of all, we don't know that they're dating.
Right, yeah.
Nobody knows.
Wow.
So he just goes over to her, gets on one knee, and pops out the ring. You can imagine the pandemonium in that room where nobody knows that they're dating, and it's just like, when, how, what?
So many questions.
When we're together, when, how, what? So that was really good. Proposals were like, you know, the movie at the mall. Get up, sir. Get up, sir.
Brush up your
Get up.
knee.
Yeah, brush up your knee.
Don't do that.
How do you do public proposals? Would
I
you
don't like
would you do like in front of family?
Family is different. Family is different, but not out in the public, like as I said, in a big old mall.
Yeah, or like, or maybe at dinner. If you go at dinner,
Yeah.
it's still public, you know.
It's
Yeah.
still public, but
So
the public space is not going to be that
yeah,
full. You know,
But
it's an intimate place, restaurant, is small,
You know, like
you know,
It's a limited crowd.
limited
Yeah.
crowd.
public proposals are kind of weird to me, especially if you and the other person have not had a conversation about if you want to get married. So she's not gonna kill you. Yes, ma'am.
On that note, right? What would I do? If my partner slammed down, one that clearly means from the marriage counseling that we did with the pastor. You need learn about me. So therefore, you are not ready, sir.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just, hand it back over to you. Please note, however, that at this point, if my parents are there, my parents are more forgiving than my friends. If all these people are there and they don't like what you did, if I dare go home and be like, so we worked it out and I said yes. Excuse you? Did we raise you Did we raise you to accept that kind of behavior? No. So you just opened that can of worms.
So hold on then.
My mother.
Hold on then.
Hold on.
I have a burning question. So what you're saying is that the male has to... No, let me not say it. And what you're saying is that... Is it that the male has to have the friends approve his style of proposal before proposing?
No,
what if I propose and they don't like how I proposed?
What I'm saying is... No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, for us to reach the point where you think you're ready to propose to me, we must have gone through marriage counseling.
Of course.
And my friends and my family know the type of person I am, the kind of behavior I'll accept, especially in a public space and stuff like that, right? Yeah. If it is that we have gone through marriage counseling, and I'm sure this is something that our personalities and things we like and dislike would have come up during that, and you still do something that out of pocket that my reaction would not be approving of it, that means you have not learned from the months of counseling that we've gone through, and therefore you are not ready for this.
That's true.
And if you have proven yourself not ready for this, and then I go back home and tell my family and my friends, say, I changed my mind last night and said yes this morning.
Yeah, that's a conk.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good conk. What I can say as well, when I'm proposing, right, when that time comes, if my partner would have expressed how she wants to be proposed to, that's how I do it.
Listen.
I'm not gonna do it because So alright, so if I know that my partner doesn't like a conventional type of proposal, she don't really like it up on your knees, she just want something simple, sure, I'll do that. We're for the same wavelength. But if she said I would need to go to Cuba, we need to go to Cuba, I need to propose to me upon the catamaran, and we need to have a pina colada in my hand, that's what we're doing. Coming at you,
Exactly.
I'm gonna sleep beside you at night time. I'm gonna elbow me when I sleep.
It's just a matter of knowing your partner, what you would like and not like.
So you just have to know what your partner likes. So maybe in this scenario, the female don't really like the excitement and she appreciates something like this. And people out there appreciate, they don't want the whole eyes drawn to you, you're on your knee. Because that's going to bring attention.
No, but in the video,
then for them context weird. If you just slam it down in front of parents and stuff.
People, it was a public space.
So I understand that.
Vibe, and a lot of people were there just the same. So people sighed. And she was like, oh my God.
And she was excited?
She was excited. So in my head, I'm like, okay.
Maybe them like that,
It's a ruffian type girl. And it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. But imagine you have one little nice little... Well, in Jamaican context, a painting, right? So if you bring her go on dinner, you can slam it down on the table in like Oceano. You're crazy. Dog marketplace, see the slam on the box.
No.
You mad?
You can see all those faces. How dare he?
First of all,
why is she happy? She has no standards.
First of all,
her standards.
oh my God, that's so cool.
Big up Mrs. Becker.
There you are.
Listen, all if at dessert time I'm eat one little funny little cake and it's the ringy night.
That's fine.
Really?
I do.
I mean,
no. Imagine you imagine you're somebody who just love to eat. Are you the soul of the ring? How would you do that?
Exactly.
I've actually seen this in a movie. It happened in a movie.
Two Tuesday I eat and yes, I want that. I want kind of big peanut that.
He put it in the wine, and she just
drink
in the wine.
Oh yes, I know that movie, and his face was just like he was in shock.
It was funny.
No, imagine.
Yes, eventually.
Imagine them trying to find that ring after it processes. I'll just leave it right there.
That's terrible.
Jesus, bro.
Don't put
what
to future proposals.
All right, so somebody says, Greg Diesel says, good morning, Jucal Dyer and crew. I proposed in church, and we're together 13 years now.
Oh,
that's so
And that works for you.
Watch Jucal face. Y'all should see Jucal face.
I have a friend, right? I have a friend. Big up that friend. Not really call him name. But they got proposed outside of the church. And then they had to do another proposal in front of the church.
Why?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, a lot of churches are like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Pardon?
It's crazy to me.
I just want to let everybody know on this day,
One proposal and done.
I will not be proposing in church.
Me, I don't want to.
Period.
That's true.
I am sorry. No.
I'd like somebody to explain why.
Why do I have to? No,
why-
only thing that you will get is an announcement that Jucal Dyer got engaged. I am not going before it. No.
And you bless them and call it a day. Like, I don't
Honestly.
understand why it has to be done in the church.
I don't even know if I want to get married in a church.
I was about to say that some persons.
I want the garden type of vibe on a beach with my toe in the sun in a Crocs.
It is a very on brand.
Yeah, in black like sparkly Crocs.
Okay,
Listen, I have no problem with my wife putting on Converse on her dress.
that's cute.
That's cute.
Honestly, put on
It's
Converse,
cute.
put on Crocs, put on sneakers, put on Bridgets.
It's cute.
That's a vibe.
Let's stray away from the conventional. They walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Right.
Jesus!
So churchy.
Something else. All right, Olivine said that seems disrespectful, and that's true. You understand? So we really do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. My proposal was after an argument with me and my spouse. New Year's Eve of 2017, my husband hung on to me from behind, and when I turned around to face him, he said, "Let's get married." I was so surprised, I just said yes. And I said to him, "Don't joke with me, are you sure?" He said yes. That was so nice. And that was the proposal. So then they argue,
Yeah.
and if what happened, I said, "Let's get married."
You know what happened in
And that's
that
that.
moment? In arguing with her, he realized I would rather argue
Argue
every day with
yeah,
this
you-
woman
Than
than
somebody else.
live a day without her.
That's
It's
cute.
just like,
That's cute. That's
Yeah.
cute.
that's very cute.
Big up the Baileys.
I got goosebumps. Oh my gosh,
That's
that gave me
cute.
goosebumps.
Yeah, man, that's
Yeah.
cute. King Urge said proposing in a church is a great idea. It's a great idea. I won't be doing it.
that
Yeah.
that we will not be executing.
Yeah. That's let me say that's weird. That's just not my thing. I wouldn't do it.
not.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Mm-mm.
I saw a video on. I don't know if you guys saw. I saw a video on Instagram
Talk to me.
where two couples were getting. The guy was engaging to
Proposing.
proposing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when he put the ring for the man, just getting a spirit.
Ah?
Like, what is this? Then the two of them drop on the ground and
I
shit
saw
him
it. I
like
think
in
I
a
saw that video.
spirit. And I'm
Really?
like,
Interesting.
Interesting. And that's the reaction that they want in church.
Just pretty close.
For you to spread out on the ground and to be rubber shot after you put on the ring.
close.
I don't think it's that deep.
I don't roll ultimate I suck it. Anywho, listen,
I've
please, man.
seen wedding videos where as the bride is coming down the aisle, the
Mhm.
groom goes into the spirit and it
I've
starts
seen
a
that.
whole worship
I've
session.
seen that.
And I think in some cases it feels genuine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It feels genuine.
Yeah.
In some cases I'm just like, get out of your emotions.
Fresh.
Come out of your emotions. No, but this is a topic for a totally different time.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, as Christians, we say we're in the spirit, but really our emotions are just on high.
And that's a whole different
And that's a
story.
whole nother story.
Watch your style.
However,
Watch your style now. So I've been to a wedding where there was a whole worship session in the wedding. We had praise and worship. Big up Jason. You understand?
Yeah.
That wedding was beautiful.
Nice.
So we had praise and worship. Petra was there, and persons were saying that it was a wedding convention.
Nice.
I mean, I said, no, they were being rude with it.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I said,
Oh.
you have to let me say still.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong if you want to have praise and worship in your wedding.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Bro, we're going all over the world. It's now 9:14 a.m., right?
On news.
Yeah, 9:14. This one was a good one, Latifa. Good job. Let's clap Latifa. Woohoo! Good job. No, man,
We had our
that.
thoughts quite composed. for
Quite
this one.
composed today.
That's
So what I'm gonna do, right? We're gonna do the latest news updates. As a matter of fact, let me pull up the Gleaner right now to see what is on the news. Right? Let's just segue right into the news. This one says laborer charged for allegedly stabbing two men in Westmoreland. So what will we do in this now before we move on to before I talk about the news? These females on the other side of the table, they don't appreciate the slam dunk team.
No.
So that is them, right? Me not a slam dunk my ring, but I won't be doing something conventional. So let's just put a cap on that. cap close. Right, news time. 26-year-old Christopher Campbell was charged with wounding with intent in relation to an incident that occurred in Petersfield District, Westmoreland on January 21. The laborer, who is of Hatfield District, Savannah Lamar, in the parish, was charged on Tuesday. About 3:30 p.m. on January 21, an argument reportedly developed between Campbell and two men. During the altercation, Campbell allegedly used a knife to inflict stab wounds to the men's abdomen. The victims were transported to hospital, where they were seriously admitted in serious condition. Wow, that's a lot. When you decide to inflict pain in the abdomen, that's where the problem lies. But we really do hope that they get better soon and recover well. This one says, men charged over robbery at school in Manchester. Two men have been charged in relation to a robbery of a school in Manchester. I guess this is Siobhan Brown, 32, otherwise called Junkie, a construction worker of Grove Place District, is charged with schoolhouse breaking and larceny. And 28-year-old phone technician Abogo King of Ellen Street is charged with receiving stolen property. Wow. So apparently they robbed the school of several tablets, a phone, a laptop, and a large quantity of food items were stolen. Right. The Lord will deal with you in due time. And the police. But the Lord will deal with you in due time. And finally, let's see what we have here. Another murder story. 21-year-old Kingston man charged with murder. 21-year-old Trevon Lambert, otherwise called Cabby, of Upper 2nd Street, Kingston 12, has been charged with murder of 24-year-old Mark French on January 31. The police say about 10:45 p.m. French was in the East Road area of Kingston when he was approached by Lambert and other men who all had firearms. The gunmen allegedly opened fire at French, hitting him several times. The police were alerted, and on their arrival, French was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. So another murder story, another day, another murder story. Boy, Jamaica, we got to get it right. I will just get it together. Too much bloodshed, man. And we're already over the 100 murder rate. So we're past 100 murders already. And it's just February 22. Yep. So yeah, we're past 100 murders already. And and apparently it's still less than last year, because last year was 163. The last time I read the last time it was in the news this week, it was 144, I believe, somewhere around this. So
but you know what is crazy? I saw on, I don't remember which news station overseas, that they had, was last week or the week before, at the time it was 49 mass shootings
in the US
for 2024.
In the US.
In the US.
But they have the authority.
Mass shoot, not murders. Mass shooting, public spaces, mass shootings, 49, and we had not yet reached 49 days in the year as yet.
But then there's a travel advisory being put out
for Jamaica.
Yeah. You know, there were comments on that to say that, well, I mean, I live in the US, so this is not bad. Right? Persons were saying that I live in the US, so being here in Jamaica is not bad. And even though murder is murder, and one person is too much, be for real, US. That wasn't cute. That wasn't nice. My feelings. Don't do that. And the leaders were very much in their feelings as well, because our Prime Minister spoke about it, and I believe the Minister of Security and whatever, they spoke about it. So, yeah.
But these killings are,
mass shootings is crazy.
It is, but based on the news reports, one of the news reports I thought would come up this morning was the killing in Dehaney Park yesterday.
Oh, maybe there is one.
Apparently, some guys drove up on a vendor and his assistant and shot both of them on spot and sped off. And it was right across. You know where Dehaney Park police station is?
Yes,
it's right across from the police station. It's okay, Latifo. Yes. I'll show you on a map later. Right across from the police station, right at the new park.
Yeah. And right in the new park?
Yeah, by the new park.
Goodness, man.
And it was crazy to me when I started going through the comments. One, the shootings in broad daylight are just getting wilder and wilder.
Yeah, just like they don't care.
Two, persons were so upset at the fact that there are not enough first responders in Jamaica, not enough public ambulances and so forth. And while I agree, at the same time, they were dead on spot.
Yeah, so yeah.
Be upset with the government for not having enough first responders for a situation like this, even if we did have enough first responders by the time them reach, it would just be to pronounce at that point. But that concern of not having enough, first responders and public ambulances is genuine concern, because you ever in traffic and you see persons coming down 4-way flashlight because they can't get an ambulance to their location fast enough, so the public has to step in and do those kind of things.
That's true.
And with our murder rates increasing the way that they are, or the numbers going the way they are, we do need the first responders for cases that can be dealt with on spot.
True, because so sometimes you hear of stories where persons are there battling for life, and because they don't get their ambulance in time, then that's where they pass. So the time is now 9:21 a.m. So we're gonna take a break, and then we come back with some more. It was a good how'd you react? Yeah. Don't accept any proposal that you don't like. You don't like it, you tell him say I don't want it. Yeah, man. Listen to your partners, because then we tell you no. I got shame. I don't want shame killer.
Especially in public,
right? So let's take a break, and then we'll come back with some more. It's now 9:21.
Home is where you put down your roots. So at Sagicor Bank, we designed a mortgage with everything you need to own your home easier. Get up to 100% financing, fast processing time, up to $100,000 cash back to assist with expenses, a competitive interest rate, plus an unsecured loan of up to $2 million to go solar at home, and a special rate on home insurance. Let's help you put down your roots. Call 888 Sagicor to apply for your Sagicor Bank mortgage. Conditions apply.
It's Reggae Month, and the Jamaica Reggae Industry Association, JARIA, presents Reggae Praise, endorsed by the Ministry of Culture, Gender,